We got a quick question about Freelee. Will Freelee change her channel name? Is she going to delete her channel? So some questions on my Tumblr. Have any questions? Go to Ask Doing It on Tumblr. I'll put a link down below if I remember this time. But there's definitely no way Freelee Banana Girl is going to get rid of the words Freelee Banana Girl. Freelee came up with the name Freelee. I came up with the spelling Freelee with the double E's because I said, free people like to call it Freela. Freela La or Freela, so to call it Freelee, so it's Lee, because it's her real name's Leanne. So she wanted to call it Freelee. And when I first met her back in 2006, we're talking, her name was Freelee Raw, or Free Raw, and then she just sort of plays with the name. She's sort of creative like that, and then her channel name was called Freelee with an A, and then I said change it to double E so people can spell it. And then I think 2012, I said, add in like a fruity element, so like Banana Girl. I came up with the name Banana Girl, and then we use that. Cause like during like you have a fruit and you have to raw food, and it's sort of like it's this little catchphrase. And Banana Girl is just like the best name ever because whenever you say Banana Girl, people laugh about it and like Banana Girl, like what is that porno? It just creates investigation online, so it's the best word to use, and for Google SEO, just ranks so high. So we came up with the term Banana Girl, we use that, and then Freely's never going to change that because that's channel suicide. If you take away Freelee, which is what everyone knows you as, and then you take away Banana Girl, it's just like Freelee would never do that because she's too much. She's earning maybe $30,000 to $50,000 a month. So to get rid of that by changing your name, what will happen? Then she'll never ever stop using her physique as her marketing tool, which is what I helped her develop when she was overweight, out of shape, struggling with eating disorders, bulimia or whatever. And we got on the bike. She slimmed down, eating low fat, long term, early nights, squatting on the toilet, flat stomach, good posture, stuff like that. Boom. So that's the trademark. His physique. Everyone loves Freelee. Her physique. That's what she's known for. That's what the girls. It's like if Freelee was fat, no one would listen to her because she's got that physique from cycling and high carb and squatting on the toilet, flat stomach, tall posture. The girls love that. So they're just like, oh my god, look at this girl. And then also we have the word Freelee, which is not really a good name, but Banana Girl. That's really powerful. But Freelee wouldn't change the word Freelee because everyone knows her as that. So by not using her body as marketing, channel will die. By not using Freelee, people won't remember who she is. By not using the word Banana Girl, people won't remember that in their head. If that makes sense. So Freelee will always use a physique, just as I taught her. Thumbnails. I mean, some people say, oh, you objectified your girlfriend for 9 years and all this stuff. Man, Freelee was very resistant to putting a half-naked body up in thumbnails or in videos. Look at some of my videos from 2010 where she was like, don't put it up, don't look good. And it's like, man, fine, just girls want to see it. Girls love it, man. And that's her big audience. If you're female and you got it and you don't flaunt it, then you miss out on a massive audience. So Freelee's always going to flaunt it, and she's always going to use Banana Girl. She's always going to use Freelee. She doesn't. She knows her channel will die. She'll lose her income. It'll just fizzle down. She won't lose her income. She'll make a few pennies, but it will just be like, it'll kill it massively. And again, so to answer the question, people said, oh, you objectified your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So no. You got to use what you got. If you're one of these steroid guys like Venus and stuff, and then use it, man. Don't hide it in the gym. Flaunt, just use it. I'm natty, I'm all good. Use it, And so that's what I always said to Freelee. I said, don't tell people you've had a boob job because people they don't really get it, how popular that is, So I said, put it in the spam filter so it doesn't come up so people don't even talk about it. Because otherwise people just focus on that and they're like, oh, but this other girl hasn't had it. Yeah, she has as well. If you're that lean and your boobs sit that high, you've had a boob job. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want. But so I always said, really, don't focus on that publicly because people just fucking lose the message, So, because most women wouldn't get surgery, and if you want to do it, that's fine, do it. I'm not a fan of the Botox, never was. But if you want to get your teeth done or your boobs done, whatever, that's your choice. If you want to get Botox, that's your choice as well. I just don't think Botox is healthy because it's injecting too close to the brain. Anyway, I want to start all that stuff up again. But then, my opinion is Freelee's not going to change her channel focus because girls love it when Freelee goes on there and sledges other girls. I also helped that Freelee do that. She was always like, no, I just want to do educational stuff. I'm like, man, that's boring as shit. People want to see you fucking sledge other girls, and that just launched. Look at all Freelee's biggest hitting videos. Kim Kardashian, Jenna Marbles, all my ideas. I just said, go with that thumbnail, no text, just you flaunting it, slamming it. Girls love it, man. They love it. It's such an icon. And that really got the vegan message out there, and Freelee did really good with that. made so much money, made so much positive impact, best form of activism on the planet. Someone else on Tumblr said, "What's the best? How to be an animal activist?" I said, "Man, just if you're a chick with a slim body, just flaunt it and just sledge other YouTubers or celebrities. Not a sledging in the traditional sense, but say, look, your diet's causing cancer, it's causing animal cruelty. This is how you can improve it. Boom, boom, boom. This is my results." And I always say, Freelee, stand up in the corner, maybe do your squats, just show that physique, show the torso, tall posture, etc. And that was just a winning combination. So Freelee's always going to use that, because that's what earned the biggest bucks and created the biggest impact. Obviously, Freelee's more about the bucks now versus impact, and that's fine. That's just her choice. But it's sad to see. But so I would say that Freelee's just trying to lose her association with me, and I don't care. I'm happy that Freelee's got success. I'm definitely happy for us. It's like someone said the other day, I'm a queen maker. And I would say that's true. I enjoy really helping people with their success, and that's why I enjoy helping the guys and the girls with their fitness or their YouTube or whatever. Even the other day, I paced guys up Norton Summit on my e-bike, and they got faster times than I did. They pushed me down the leaderboard on Strava. Like 3 guys pushed me down. I don't care. I'm happy for people to beat me. I enjoy seeing people succeed. I'm like a domestique. I'm not a GC rider in life. I'm like a domestic. I enjoy helping people help themselves. And it's cool when people recognize that and say, "Hey, thanks, doing right for support." That's just a bonus. But the most important thing for me is just seeing the vegan movement get better and bigger and spread far and wide. And there's nothing more important than YouTube, in my opinion. There's nothing. And even slacktivists like Gary Yourofsky, he only got popular because Freelee shared that video. I shared the video, back when our channels were pretty pumping. They're still reasonably pumping, but it shares. All you need for success for something to go viral is people, 2 or 3 channels to share it who have a good following, and then it just starts to snowball. It gets ranked up in the YouTube SEO, and then just it goes viral. But obviously Gary Yourofsky's a stoner, and he doesn't really get that, and he's doing nothing with his life. He's retired. Gary Yourofsky said he's retired from activism. Now he's a slacktivist. He's officially a slacktivist. So by being a supportive role, a domestic, pushing people on the back, giving me a hand out, helping Freelee deal with the haters, stuff like that, getting her to a position where she's at now, and then when she inspired other girls. And one of my big inspirations in recent years would be Kayla Itsines' guy, Toby Pierce. And obviously he sued me in Supreme Court, whatevers, and there's all that beef, vegan beef. But I would say that I definitely find him a very inspiring person. I don't like what they teach, but man, he's behind the scenes and he's just impacted massively. I would say, in my opinion, a negative way, because it's teaching girls you can only be bikini confident if you like a certain BMI, etc. But he's been behind the scenes, he's paid attention to what worked, and he realised as a guy, you're not going to be very successful. Women are always going to be more successful. So if you want to create a movement, create change, guys, you have to be behind a woman and help her push herself up and beyond, because women always will get more attention than guys, always. You get an aesthetic female versus an aesthetic male, you walk them down the street, the girl always gets more attention, because guys are going to like looking at girls, and girls will like looking at girls. The guy will get a little bit, the girl's going to get... Man, if you get a male model of mainstream proportions, a female model of mainstream proportions, get them walking down the street. I mean, how many famous male models do you know off the top of your head? I don't know any names. Females, you just 10 off the top of your head. Cindy Crawford, Claudia Schiffer, all these people. Boom. But guys just will never ever be successful as women on social media. Relative. Imagine if there was a female blogger aesthetic who did the same quantity and intensity and daily vlogs like Casey Neistat did. 300 million views a month versus 70 to 100 million views a month, So guys can be successful, but on social media, women are always going to be dominant. Women are king and queens on social media. And the sooner the guys understand that and put their ego aside and get behind a woman and back her and push her and give her support, and as long as she's on the same page and wants it, then boom, that's what success is. And that's where the Freelee Banana Girl success came from, because she wanted that. But then she got to a certain level, I could see that Freelee was just got to the top, 16 million views a month, and then she was just I don't want to go push anymore. And then that was time for me to sort of exit the relationship and for us just to be friends and sort of move on. And you can see that. So once I walked away, her channel went from 60 million views, dropped right down. We built it up, boom, 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 and then I walked out, dropped down. And that's not like me casting shade or talking shit or whatever. That's just the truth. That's the stats. You can look on socialblade.com. She didn't fit anymore. She was happy where she's at. She's got her slimness, she got her money, she got her house paid off, she got money in the bank. She didn't want any more. She didn't want more community. She's like, I've had enough. Not everyone can handle stardom at a social media level. And YouTube, you could be world famous. My definition of world famous is you can go anywhere in the world and people will stop you on the street every day. I could go to Iceland. I could go to Argentina. I could go ride my bike in Thailand. People will stop me every day on the street somewhere. Maybe in the small rural towns, not as much as the cities, but YouTube makes people world famous. Anybody can be world famous on YouTube. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. People think of, like, my generation is like, oh, if you're not on TV or Hollywood, then you're some weirdo on YouTube. But the 20-year-olds or the 10-year-olds or 15-year-olds, they grow up with YouTube. And that's their new celebrity status. That's their new TV. And if you don't grow with the times, you get left behind. And even in Australia, we have a cycling magazine called Ride Magazine, which is like an amazing publication. I used to buy it every month, my student budget. And it was like expensive for me back then, but I'd buy it because it was such a pretty publication. And now I don't even really read it because there's so much stuff online. And I see the guy who made it, his name's Rob, and he's sort of like just fading away into non-existence because the young generation of cyclists, they're all going to like my channel or Cycling Mayo or just going online, forums, etc. Not many people are really reading a magazine, which is just a sign of the times. It's not good or bad, it just is what it is. To wrap it up, Freelee Banana will never change her channel name. If she does, she'll suffer massive decrease in income, and which is her main priority right now. Impact, she doesn't really care about too much. I still care about impact more than income. That's why I'd be happy living on the street, dead broke on welfare, as long as I had the internet connection to be able to tap into you guys every day. Post your comments and questions down below. Behind the scenes, there was a new TV show back in the day in the 80s called BTS Behind the Scenes, and it just showed you what goes on behind the scenes of the news, or behind the news or whatever. There's BTN Behind the News. And it showed you what goes on behind the scenes in the news, etc., to make a story, to make it. And I just found it really, really fascinating. And then another subject called media studies. In year 10, year 9, and we'd walk around with video cameras, these big freaking Panasonic stuff, and just making prank videos around the high school. This is like in 1991, 1992, 1990. But it was just no YouTube. There's no internet back then. It was like, sort of like your dead end. Unless you get picked up a TV station or movie production theatre, you're just gone. So I've always been interested in making, stuff with video, helping people help themselves, helping the environment, creating awareness. And so that's why YouTube for me is like the best job on the planet. And that's why I find it hard to be anywhere in my proximity, my social group, anyone who's not really addicted to YouTube. I find my being around them isn't really as enjoyable as people who are fucking fanatical as I am. Comments and questions, hit me up down below. And a recap for the video, in case anyone got lost in the last bit there. 1, have a YouTube channel name that is catchy. 2, create controversy. Controversy can be showing your body, it can be sharing your strong opinions, it can be like critiquing other YouTubers, other social media people, celebrities, etc. Look at Vegan Gains. Now, Vegan Gains is another channel I helped go from zero to hero. I'd help Richard with his thumbnails. I say go after Hodge twins, go after all these fake natty crew, Furious Pete, all these crew. I said basically Vegan Gains from zero to hero. My effort, and actually my advice, but Richard's effort. Richard still turned up. He did his editing. He critiqued crew. He got the double bicep thing, which I helped him create there because he looked too. When you wear a t-shirt, you look too skinny, don't you? And if you're in the bodybuilding scene and you look like that, people are like, skinny teenager. So I said, Richard, you got to show the guns. It's the gun show every video. So you got to create controversy. Have a good channel name. Vegan Gains is a great channel name. I didn't come up with that, but that's a great name. So have a good name. More importantly, you got to show body. You got to have controversy. Have some humor in there. But more importantly, even Casey Neistat agrees, daily uploads are the biggest thing. Daily uploads is the biggest thing. On top of good thumbnails. Simple as that. You don't need HD stuff. If you got HD, use it. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. More important is thumbnail. Most important. Daily. Second important. And then creating controversy with your opinion, with your physique, your diet, whatever you believe in. Done.